Hey everyone! Welcome to another WRP live play TTRPG session. What is WRP? Well, that's me, Faye, game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories so much we quit our day jobs, and we created our own company so that we could create high quality, exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. And tonight, we're playing D&D. This session features D&D's Shadow of the Dragon Queen, a riveting adventure of courage and valor, where our intrepid heroes face unbeatable odds in a cataclysmic war. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. I swear I can speak, guys. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us as well. You can ask in chat or just hop into our Discord where you can find out more. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and with me is Sirenscape, bringing our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now we get to meet our courageous, daring heroes before they embark on another exciting tale of magic and wonder. Let's begin with an introduction for Vass.
Hi, yes, Vass is a devilishly handsome tiefling bard rogue who has been accidentally stumbling across the multiverse. This week's fun fact about Vass is he has some tattoos. So he actually has a half sleeve on his left arm.
Oh, heck yeah. Next up, let us hear from Hugh.
I'm Stefan. I'm playing Hugh, a fearsome, flamboyant fencer who makes fear the enemy's problem. I don't have a good fun fact for him, so I'm going to hold off on that.
No worries. We love Hugh no matter what. Next up, we are going to meet Rue.
All right, I'm Frontboard, and I'm playing Rhubarb Battlewander, aka Rue. He's a gnome sorcerer, hailing from the island, actually, of Sandcrest to the far west of our campaign setting. And he lives in the forest with his tribe of people. He's a lunar sorcerer, so his favorite moon is Lunatari. And on the tattoo theme, I always imagine that Rue has a tattoo of a rat somewhere on his body, but I don't know where it is yet.
Oh. And then, last but certainly not least, let's hear about Victoria.
Hey, I'm Cable. I play Victoria. Victoria is a young Knight of the Rose paladin who is decked out with the trappings of her adventures so far.
Okay. And that's everyone, which means we are good to set back into our story. Return once more to Kryn as you are in the morning, having rested fully. Your jobs, while waiting for Raven and the others to arrive, you've taken upon yourselves to interrogate the one of the dragon soldiers, the dragon army soldiers here. And he's a bit scared by Vass's display, of course, but I don't think we got terribly far into answering questions, just laying the base rules a bit. So what are we doing?
How many soldiers are back there in that keep?
Enough to deal with you.
Interesting. All right. I notice that if the keep was an investment portfolio, it would be heavily into the horn investment. So how close are reinforcements?
I'm sure we could get reinforcements quickly.
Yes, I kind of assumed so, given the fact that the keep is outfitted with horns for that purpose.
A messenger ain't like nothing you've ever seen.
Interesting. What kinds of soldiers are in the keep? Specifically, what kind of draconians are we dealing with? Are we dealing with the chonky boys, the detonators, the acid trips?
He just gives you a look of pure confusion. What?
Draconians.
I'm aware. Yeah, we got a couple draconians in there.
Yeah. So, when they die, what happens? Is what I'm getting at. What flavor of draconians are they?
We've got in the Civic. There's bars too, but that's it.
These things have names.
What, like you've never... You walk around and you don't know things' names? And I'm the bad guy tied up here.
What's your name, bad guy?
Oh shit, what is my name?
He's so scared he
I
forgot his
mean,
name.
he's not compelled to answer.
But he has to tell the truth if he answers.
Yeah.
I feel like the Draconian just had him confused enough to go through it. You know, answer to, rank and file. You can... I hear soldier and I stand at attention. I guess you could call that my name.
You're very vanilla, soldier.
What was that, Caitlin?
I said, you're very vanilla, soldier.
Yeah, well, can't be spicing up everything, especially not when don't care for the present company.
Well, don't worry, the feeling's mutual. You guys expecting any visitors in the near future? Back at the keep, watchtower.
Well, since me and the others, and looks towards where corpses had fallen the night before, I'm sure that they're expecting someone. They may not be expecting specifically your group, but I'm sure they'll be ready.
Anyone else have any questions for this guy?
I imagine that like Rhubarb was like asking his questions kind of like over his shoulder as he was like off in the distance looking around. But he'd approach and have you heard any word about other branches of your army and other lands, like lands abroad?
I mean, I know that it exists. There's a blue dragon army, green one. I don't have any sort of updates on them. We don't keep close contact. That's going to be up in the high masters that we reach out.
I guess above table, have we heard about these other color armies, or is this the first time we've heard of it?
Levna spoke of a blue dragon army.
So now we know that there's a green one as well then.
Yeah. She said that she got the scar, the lightning scar, from the breath of someone in the blue dragon army.
That's disturbing. There's more than two.
And information that I get from being the DM. Ah. So, if there's no other questions,
Sure, after a moment, Victoria will ask him, do you have any prisoners in the keep?
again, what's it to you?
It's the difference between me asking nicely and me asking not so nicely.
Well, keep wasn't empty when we took it over.
It's not what I asked you.
I understand what you're asking, and perhaps maybe you should stop putting that mind to use instead of expecting everything handed to you on a silver platter.
So, is he's sitting on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna like lean in close to his face and just happen to maybe step on his hand. But it's a simple question. Even a simple man can answer it. Maybe glare at him a little.
As you glare, go ahead, give me an intimidation check.
Yeah. Oh, we can intimidate. Where are we here? Roll. Yeah, okay, it's rolling. That
There's
must have been his special hand.
there's a hesitation, before. Yes, yes, you move. There's prisoners.
Thank you. Just step back.
Kind of moves to bring the hand off the ground, like rocks back, get some pressure off of it.
So what do we... I mean, I guess we just keep him prisoner because we're bound to get more prisoners later in the day, right?
I don't know. Hugh seems like he's kind of itching to just run him through with his sword.
I mean, that's not really... They might be able to get more information from him. If he is the only prisoner we get. I mean, we might lose this battle. He might be the only one we can get away with.
So Vass will turn back to the prisoner and say, I'm growing really bored with you, and you're not going to like it when I'm bored and have to find a way to amuse myself. So are you sure there's nothing else useful you want to tell us?
I'm sure. I've played nice enough already.
Okay then. And he knocks him out with the pommel of his dagger.
Okay. He's already damaged and scared. I won't have you roll for it. You're able to just conk him out. But as the body drops limp, Rue, who has been kind of keeping an eye out, with your 20 on perception, you would have noticed that there has been some activity on the corner watch areas in this morning. like people who are trying to clear out horns kind of activity. And then you hear a blare.
Did you guys hear that? I'm sure everybody heard it.
There's a slightly horrified look on Victoria's face.
Well,
I assume that what'll happen is they'll get their reinforcements, and then they'll have extra people to come out looking for whatever force is out here.
Well,
Do
you
we know
are-
what direction the reinforcements are coming from? Because, we could ambush them then.
Actually, no. I don't think Rue would have been able to see so quite so clearly because you guys went to the grove, which is a mile away.
Right.
So you guys just hear the blare. At this distance, it is faint a bit. It's not like these are a sort of round call for anyone off in the distance kind of deal. This is likely more to alert those in the fort, with how faint it is for where your presence is. But it
Is it-
seems that they are now on alert in this morning.
I guess our presence has been discovered.
And it's too early for them to have spotted the force coming from Calman, right?
Right. The force
Yeah.
is still off in the... Because it's only been a few hours after sunrise.
Yeah, some guy's afraid to march at night.
So... As you are hearing this, what do you wish to do?
I like it. Caliban's forces aren't going to be here for hours.
Let's let them stew in their anticipation. Let them sit all day expecting something and nothing happens. It'll only get worse for them.
Should we or someone stealthy try and get any more intelligence on what new things might be happening now that they kind of know we're here? While we wait for
We
reinforcements.
should take a look.
What about those trinkets that your cousin gave us, Hugh? Do you have anything useful there?
We got a thing that can send a message,
Okay.
and we have a thing that can create light. I can take the take the bird with me and go off on a stealthy spot to look, and send you a message if anything comes up. Not sure how the gem of brilliance would do anything useful at this point.
I just hate.
Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, I just hate sitting around waiting, and they could be searching for us,
Well,
and then they come and
it's-
overrun us.
unless they can get reinforcements, it's far better for them to try and hit us outside the walls in piecemeal than for them to fight all of them in there. So I'm not too disturbed by that.
Above table, our mission was to retake this keep, correct?
Correct. Now, Raven and her troop that she commands, her men, will be there, your guesstimation, in another 4 hours. If you want to try and wait 4 hours. But who knows?
Well, we have, of course, yeah, if we should, don't think they can get more guys. So if they come out and look for us, that's good for us. And they come up with so many numbers that we can't deal with them, then we should do a fighting retreat towards where we think Raven's coming from. Is my tactical assessment.
Well, Raven and her force will be heading to where you guys are currently stationed at, which is
Yeah.
not yet like it's off course of going towards the keep. So they wouldn't be directly spotted by people unless they've got like lookout glasses and things like that.
So I think we can have one person get up closer to look, and otherwise have the rest of you choose a spot that's defensible, but mainly the main virtue should be that if there's easy to run away from if you have to, and then see what happens. If they come out and it's in numbers we can take, we take them out. If they come out and it's in much numbers, then we have to run away.
Trust your tactics, you. This is outside of my comfort zone. That's not the right word.
It's like
Experience.
eating a big pot of something. It's a lot easier if you're eating it over the whole to finish it if you're doing it over the whole week, rather than if you're doing it all in one go.
So like a squirrel instead of a snake.
Yeah, like eating 4 squirrels in sequence rather than fighting one snake and eating it in all one go.
I don't eat squirrels. Poor squirrel.
I mean,
Weird
that's just
traditions
my
in your
view on
hands.
this. Anyone else have any opinions?
I have an out of character question.
Yeah.
So we salvaged the armor and long swords off of the fallen dragon army soldiers.
And fire javelins that we were going to give to the people that came.
Right.
Yes.
What kind of armor were they wearing?
It is scale mail.
Scale mail. While we're all debating what we should do next, Vass is going to equip himself with some of their armor and pack his armor away.
Okay.
Preparing for a new show over there, Bass?
Doesn't hurt to be prepared, just in case.
I kind of want to go scout that keep. I don't know why. See if there's any action or activity. That horn caused any changes out there.
Don't be seen if you do. We don't want to egg them into coming out after us.
Yeah, more information would be good, but not at the risk of being seen. So whoever goes, if someone goes, I think if they at all detect any scouting parties out, they just abort mission and come right back. That would be my 2 cents. Sorry, 2 copper.
Hmm? Oh, you're 2 copper.
It's my 2 copper.
I get it. Hugh, do you want to go take a look on?
Sure. Maybe stealth forward.
If we're moving out, Rue's gonna like press to digitate the heck out of his clothing so it's not gold and red and brown and
It's just
all sorts
grimy.
of yeah, it's just everything's grimy greens. Looks like he's been rolling in mud and moss and stuff like that. Jake, or at least has those colors, so he's giving himself some forest camouflage. Assuming we're in a forest.
Yes, this is a forest. There's going to be area that you will be moving through that does not have forested area, but once you get back closer to the keep, you do know that there is another small grove of forest. As you were, that's where you were hiding last night.
As as Hugh prepares to go, Victoria will dig around in her pack and come out with a deck of cards. I'm like, okay, who's playing?
Oh, before he goes, Vass will give him a bardic inspiration.
So you guys are a mile away from the keep right now, so if Hugh is trying to move stealthily, that bardic inspiration probably will not last.
Yeah, unless he can get there in 10 minutes.
I, I would definitely be making a roll for that.
Okay,
Not with a 25-foot movement speed gnome in tow.
I mean, if you guys want to move back towards the small forested area 100 feet away and do it that way, so like you guys move most of that mile journey and then wait out instead of being all the way over here.
Like everybody comes with us, or me and Hugh?
I mean, so like if everyone wants to go to that area that is 100 feet off of the keep, there was that area you were at last night
Right.
that was in the woods. Um, you all can make it there and then have a bunker down team and then the get close team.
That seems really risky.
That's as close as I kind of wanted to go. It's just
Yeah.
like the 100 or so feet away.
So I'm just saying that with with the bardic inspiration, kind of.
Right.
on second thought, Hugh, take a rain check.
Okay.
Okay. Just want to make you guys aware of the spatial reasoning.
Absolutely.
So then if you guys move out, it's a bit of time, a few set of minutes, as Rue and Hugh head out, and you do get to that 100 feet from the keep, and you see now that there are people standing in the area. You see that there are 2 to each that you have a visual on. But that is the more immediate things. If you want more information, more in depth, I will ask for perception checks.
And you said these guards or individuals are like on the walls of the keep.
There are 2 each section, so you have one at the horn and then one that's kind of in between the walls between the next area. So it's kind of creating a everything's got eyes. If you look at the map,
That's a net on perception. Fantastic.
Yeah, so you've got 2 in each of the watchtower areas looking out in the directions that are facing away from the keep. And then you have figures on the walkway in between the crenellations.
Perfect.
But with a natural 1, unfortunately, you don't see much more than just their general presence. You see that they're there. That's about it.
We see any signs of passage through the area we're in or we came through on way here? Like, did any other guard patrols make their way through the area?
Hard to say from this distance with a 5.
Perfect.
You could always try and get closer, but they are on alert, it seems.
I don't trust going out to the open, Hugh.
Okay, I'm trying to pull up that. Alright, I have the castle map again. The tower map. Fortress, it's not really a castle.
Just a little outpost.
Just a little outpost.
I mean, it's a huge castle in my book.
Hmm.
Are the gates closed, Faye?
The gates are currently closed. Or at least the north gate that you've been able to spot. Or I guess it's the south gate that you'd have
Okay.
visual on.
So we see them manning the walls, but we don't see in what numbers.
You spot, there are 2 to each of the watchtowers that you had spotted. 1 to each direction. There are figures on the walls that you had spotted as well between the crenellations, but Rue was unable to give a direct number on those numbers. Just sort of the general awareness. But if Hugh would like to make a roll, a perception
Okay.
check.
My beastly perception scores put to use of good. Oh, critical fail.
Oh no! That's 2 nat 1s on this! Oof.
But still a 9.
It's still a 9, which means that you still see that their presence is there. There's at least 2 guys on the wall that you had climbed over last night with Victoria.
Man. Get them out of the way now, though. The rolls.
I've never played an expert class before, so having these giant skill bonuses is something else.
It's crazy, it's what it is.
I don't see much here. Definitely just more guards, more alert up on the battlements from the looks of it compared to yesterday. But
Well, I guess it doesn't really change anything. We wait them out. Either they come to us, in which case we kill them, or we get enough numbers to storm the place. Right now, we're basically sieging it.
okay.
So, as you have this information, Hugh, Rue, do you spend much more time or do you return to your companions?
I think we should go back.
Alright, Vass and Victoria, we come to you.
Oh. Victoria sat down with the cards, maybe pulled up a little like blanket or something to play the cards on. Like we do a lot of waiting sometimes in the knighthood. And she's gonna sit somewhere where she can see knocked out dude. And if Fast wants to play a little cards, he's welcome. If not, she'll play some solitaire.
Yeah, no, that was down to play some cards.
All right. If you guys want to do this in a sort of mechanical way, I'll make it really easy. It'll be a contested charisma check.
I mean, I hadn't thought about it, but I will.
Yeah, I would say if you're trying to do a bluff, a sort of deception check, and then if you just want to try and play it straight, charisma.
How does Fast want to play this?
I mean,
Sleight of hand if you want to pick cards.
I think Victoria will play it straight because we're just playing. Oh Jesus! Pardon my French.
It's a close
Whoever
match.
that is.
Yeah. So.
There goes my rolls for the evening.
All right. So.
Jesus was a guy in Salamia known for cheating at cards.
So, the two of you, close call, but Victoria wins this round, Vass.
It's all right. I expect you're just learning our card games. They probably don't come up too often.
Vass is just gonna keep quiet and kind of and just try and be a gracious loser.
So, as you try and be a gracious loser in this moment, is when Hugh and Rue are making their return back after this round. Hugh, Rue, you return. You see that Vash and Victoria have the cards set up. The guy's starting to sort of stir awake from being knocked out, but he's not yet fully conscious. What are you doing?
Didn't see much
Well,
out there.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
I'm gonna grab my cloak and kind of hide in the way that's facing the fortress to make sure that they don't come up on you as you're playing cards. So you guys go relax. I'll keep the eye out. And go be all stoic-like.
They're definitely on a higher alert there. There's a couple at each corner, but other than that, no real signs of activity or people passing, or hard to tell. Thinking back to that nat 1 perception. 5.
The double nat ones on that. Crazy.
Meanwhile, there's a whole army actually gathering around the side, and we just didn't notice.
Like in the same little chunk of woods that you guys were.
You missed the whole dragon descending down from the sky.
I was looking at a toad at my feet, all right?
Is that my toad or is that a different toad?
I don't know if I've seen that species before.
All it is just a toad with a leaf on its back that was stuck. Yeah, no, so, do you guys continue to wait? If so, how long? What are you waiting for? Just until Raven arrives, or?
That's the next order of business.
Then about 3 more hours go by from when Hugh and Rue returned. And there's not much that happens. The soldier is awake and sends sneers in everybody's directions. And most interactions...
Would you like to play cards with us?
No.
Okay.
Like freedom.
Well, that's unfortunately not something you'll have anytime soon.
Being alive is probably freedom enough at this point because your patriots didn't make it out with that luxury.
Yeah, I know. I was there. I watched the massacre.
Massacre.
Do you like the
Referring to
freedom?
a straight up fair fight as a massacre, that really emphasizes how out of your depth you are.
Tell you about massacres. Were you in Vogler? Did you see what your army did to all the people in Vogler? Torching that innocent town? It's what your army's doing all over this land. I could just imagine it right now. It's what you're doing to the world. Talk about a massacre.
If I heard the rumors right, Vogler was cleared enough for everybody to just move in quite cozy. They seemed real hospitable then.
That's why they call them rumors.
So, speaking of freedoms, I think you just lost your freedom to run your mouth continually, and Vass goes over and gags him.
Okay. He very much puts up a struggle, but not terribly much. It can be done as he is already bound.
Vass isn't going to be gentle,
Yeah,
so if he wants to fight it, he can fight it.
sounds good. So, 3 hours pass. Hugh, you don't see much from your position. They're not mobilizing any troops outwards, and if they are, they're definitely not coming a mile down. And you hear the sound of people approaching. Very quickly, it is discerned to be Raven and the figures that she keeps under her command. And she looks to you all. Well, I'm guessing you have some reports. Were you able to open up any of the gates?
It would have been a little early to open them up before you got here.
And we will need the gates open for... My men are not trained in any sort of siege warfare, but they can understand basic fighting. As soon as the gates are open, we'll be able to move in. But what do you have? We can plan. Get this information put to use.
Well, we have some of their armor and uniforms. Those javelins are a little enchanted. You should probably lead your attack with those. She'll point at the prisoner. We have a prisoner. He's somewhat uncooperative.
Sneers at all of you.
Okay.
Can anyone tell?
They have prisoners from when they took the keep. We don't know where they're kept, though.
Well, all of
Unless...
this sounds like we need to get inside the keep.
I mean,
You
I
used to
thought
be
that was
inside
the
the
general
keep.
goal.
It is the general goal. I understand that there are people inside, but we can't do anything for them outside of here. So, what is blocking us from getting into the keep?
Hughes wandered back in, and he's like, "At least two of us can scale the walls fast, and we know where the mechanism is." Very dangerous to do that under fire, though.
I can't take you up as fast with my armor on.
Oh, that's not a problem. I can teleport myself up the wall. That's like get to the base.
Oh.
I do have this handy dandy disguise, so I could be heading up to the front door to distract them while you guys try and open the gates.
Well, couldn't you just go up in disguise and they would open the gate? Maybe
Well,
left it open?
that would be my hope. Yeah.
I mean,
But it
it
just doesn't
sounds
work.
like they probably wouldn't open the gate for long enough for us to run in just for one person.
Yeah, but you don't think Vass could keep it open for the short amount of time it would take us? There's trees about 100 feet away from the fort.
Yeah, I was thinking Vast could go first, and then if we can get both invisible, we can get up to the base of the tower. And at that point, I won't be invisible if I teleport off the wall. But still, we can use Vass as goes first, and be a distraction, try and get in his way. Then, as he's doing that, as a sequence, we go right after him and get up the wall our way. That way, Vath won't be alone when this is all happening because he'll probably get slaughtered if he tries to hold the door for more than a few moments.
Well, it would only take a few moments, I think, to close that gap.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can guarantee that he wouldn't just get smooshed by the gate closing mechanism. So I don't think he's strong enough to just dead arm it and also have a sword out and defend himself.
Yeah, but I think Vass would be smart enough to stand directly underneath the
Like
gate.
Bugs Bunny cartoon smushed. Okay.
Plus,
What
I
I'm
have
saying is
crowd
they would
control.
probably do that. You would probably get out of the way. Then the door's closed, and
My
then we didn't
my
gain anything.
see, I had just assumed that Vass would have done something to prevent them from triggering the mechanism to close it. Not that he would be
Yeah,
standing there
I
muscle
think
manning the
that's
gate.
a thin thing to bet the entire operation on, though. That he may be able to do something.
I think that no, you
That's
have
that's so harsh.
ideas.
Oh my god.
Bas, I see that you are already dressed in one of theirs, and it strikes an imposing figure. And if you do not mind me presenting an opportunity for your endeavors, taking a bit of inspiration of your own handiwork, you might not need to be so far away when Vash gets the door open, if you are perhaps presented as prisoners. Vash could have been traveling and knocked aside, knowing that the outpost was nearby, taking you towards as an idea. If you do not wish to run the few moments that it may cut you off from your companion.
I agree that it would probably lend legitimacy to my claim to be a soldier if I had a few prisoners with me. I don't think it would be believable that I would have able to single-handedly take care of this whole group. But perhaps people can be waiting in the trees. I can come up with a few prisoners, get a few of us in, be a distraction, and then the rest can rush in.
Well, we'll need some sort of signal from you, as my group, again, are not built for siege. They are trained in very basic combat. As soon as those gates are open, we'll be able to come in and assist. But we will be slaughtered for the most part if they are having to wait outside.
Well, okay. If I go with Vass as the prisoner, and maybe Hugh and Rue sneak, when you see my sword, a shining sword, that will be your signal.
All right, Rue, do you have a way up the wall?
Yeah.
Is it vortex warp? Please tell me it's vortex warp.
I mean, that's how I would get other people up the wall, but I have Misty Step too.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, we can be Misty Step Brothers.
Dope. Well then.
Can Misty Step to the top of the wall and then just Vortex warp Vass and Victoria right from the outside to the inside.
Have like the cool pop poster moment where all the light in the background from the magic freeze frame and then right into battle. No, okay. So you guys have a plan. Raven will be on the lookout for a shining sword. She has her own set of binoculars, but she also has other figures that will be set to keep watch as well. And you all are able to make your way towards that small thicket that you had utilized before.
So I do want to
wait.
say,
Yeah.
I don't imagine that Victoria and Vass were playing cards for 3 hours solid.
Yeah.
So I imagine some of the makeup effects from the previous day would have been sort of disappearing from after a night's sleep. So Vass would have touched that up with his disguise kit.
Easily able to be done during that time period. And so I would imagine also that with Vass and Victoria going to, with the ruse of being a returning, well, returning Dragon Army soldier and a prisoner, that would be coming up the main road instead of going off on some of the off towards the thicket where Hugh and Rue would be, which is off on the western side. So, well, it's more western than the main road. So yeah, you guys are going to make your way, and as you are doing so, Hugh and Rue, can you just make for me stealth checks? Okay,
16.
good. You creep through the woods, sticking to the shadows and keeping a watch, knowing that those figures are watching out as well. Vass, Victoria, you are very much aware of the danger that is aimed and trained on you as you approach the southern gate. As you are making your way forward, there is one figure kind of next to the door up on the wall in between the crenellations. You don't see a weapon that is immediately aimed for you, but who knows? Could be one word away from casting a spell down towards you.
So Vass is just gonna march up like he owns the place, and he'll say, I found this one skulking about.
And as you call up, we'll find out what is called down to you in return after our ad break. So stick around with us, hang out, chat, and please let the ads run. You can turn down the volume, but don't mute us or mute them or leave us, or we won't get credit. Ads are a huge part of the way that we can keep our games affordable. You can also support us directly, donating to my Ko-fi. We all know that a GM needs her caffeine. There's a link on screen, and your donations not only help support us, but also help unlock awesome perks for the community, benefiting everyone who plays with us for the next week. Some of these perks are double treasure, special companions, double XP, and even new quests. We love you all, and we'll be right back. Alright, we are back as our two figures are waiting out in the thicket nearby, but we also, of course, have more up front and center. Vass and Victoria. And Vass, you've called out, drawn attention down to yourself quite prominently. And calling down towards you. State your business. I see you've got one riled up, but what are you doing here?
Don't you know who I am? I am Sergeant Basilos. Trying to do a routine inspection, and I found this one skulking about, so I brought her with me.
Roll deception with advantage.
You sure it's not
Come on
purple?
now.
This is a deception.
Okay.
Can I give Vess the bardic inspiration from my trinket?
Now that would be alerting them
I-
with noise.
And I would say I custom
Okay.
made the song to be inspirational to you. Oh my god. You hate to see it. That's awful. Both sub 10.
So, a 13.
Vess has been having a hard time in the field.
As you are selling, or at least attempting to sell the idea that you are here on official duties. I ain't heard of no Sergeant Vislos.
Well, I don't know who you've been reporting to, but sounds like a you problem. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh, never mind. He didn't say what I thought he was gonna say, so that's what he responds.
Look, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're coming from. You can leave your charge here. We'll make sure that she gets with the rest.
Right. Oh, it looks like they're failing. We should make a move now.
Vass will make one more attempt.
Okay.
He will pull his badge shaped like a 5-pointed star and do a quick minor illusion on it to make it look like the Takisa symbol. And he'll flash it up to this guy that's causing him so many problems, and he'd be like, I'm really certain that you're going to want to open the gates right now, soldier.
Alright. Go ahead, roll for me now. This will be intimidation with advantage.
Oh, intimidation's better than deception. Oh, let's see. Oh my god!
Oh
No!
Vess.
It's heartbreaking.
no! You see now a crossbow kind of lifted up over the crenellation. I suggest you take a few steps back if you want everything to keep going smoothly, soldier.
Does this mean I get to go free?
No, we've got a nice cell waiting for you inside.
All right, Drew. While they're focused on them, let's go now. Go, go, go. Let's go.
Is it our turn?
Are you guys? I mean, would you guys be running? You see that it's not going smoothly. There's a stall at the southern gates, so you would have
Yeah,
visual on that.
this is our opening. They're distracted.
Alright,
Take advantage of it right now.
then I'll trust Q. Do the guards on the corners look like they're looking our way still? Like, do we need invisibility?
They're still keeping their eyes out. It's not like this has garnered the attention of everyone of the keep, so you might need the invisibility. It would
Okay,
definitely assist your efforts.
All right. Then Rue will reach out and touch his own torso and touch you and twin spell invisibility on both of them.
Okay. Hugh puts his arm over on Rue's shoulder so they can keep contact when they know each other are, and to also kind of subtly push him forward as they go. It's like so his longer legs can help him move faster.
Does Vass look kind of distracted talking to the gate people?
I feel like Bass looks a little distraught talking to the gate people.
I gotta grab him like a prisoner might grab someone who turned their back on them.
Okay.
And I'll be like, now you listen up. I'm getting the hell out of here. And I'll kill your friggin' officer if you try to stop me.
There's just the slightest readjustment of the crossbow aiming.
That good of a shot.
Well, seeing that I don't quite know this sergeant, I'm sure that if I get a write-up for any sort of harm coming through, it can be set aside later.
Man, hell, this is bullshit. Okay, how high up the wall is it? Like the wall's still 30 feet?
With the crenellations, yeah, it's 30 feet.
Get that gate open, right? How much do you weigh, Vass?
Mute. I'm a spell rock star, so like I don't know. 175.
And then you've got all of the armor that you're wearing as well.
Scale mail.
Alright, you're too heavy for me to run up there.
Meanwhile, Q and Rue, you've got invisibility and you've been running. You reach the side of the keep. You do see that there are figures on the walls between the crenellation keeping watch. What do you do?
All right, are you ready?
No, but yes.
Okay, on 3, magic step. 1, 2, 3. I go.
As
go.
the two of you misty step up and you reach the top, you are in between two soldiers who are on their patrol of the wall, and they turn to look where you now stand. And from where you are, you see, of course, these two. You see the other two in each of the watchtowers on the sides of the wall. So the northwest and the southwest watchtower. You see that there are about 8 or so soldiers in the courtyard standing ready from being on alert. And we're gonna roll initiative here, guys. And let us get
Don't worry, guys. Sub 10 rolls keep on keeping on.
Alright, so I've got so many numbers I need to keep track of here, guys. It's gonna be fun. So what do we have here? We're gonna have him out here. And then I'm out here. So we've got You see, amongst all those that are present, there is a draconian that is here, a chunky boy, as we have adopted their names. And it will be, firstly, Victoria. After Victoria, we come to Hugh. Our Dragon Army soldiers. Then it will be Vass, Rue, and then our Draco. So Victoria, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm still of the mind that we need to get them to open the gates. So keeping in mind his response, she'll just kind of patronizingly be like, just the kind of Dragon Army cowardice scum like you put out there.
You can see that the figure narrows the eyes, gets closer to drawing to pulling the trigger on the crossbow, but does not. Anything else from Victoria?
I mean,
Do you wish to take like the dodge action, or do you want to make an intimidation roll?
let's. I don't think an intimidation roll would get him. Maybe it would. Maybe if he was afraid, it would get him to send some people. I don't know. But yeah, let's intimidate this guy. I'm gonna need him in his place anyway in a round or two.
Alright. Then roll it for me, please. Alright, so as you put this threatening aura out there, trying to goad the figure, we'll see what a 16 gets you. Then it will be you. You have soldiers on either side of you. There are soldiers down in the courtyard below. What would you like to do?
Alright, well, I'm worried about leaving these soldiers right here, right in Rue's face. So I'm gonna see if I can take him out. Hunter's mark on the first one.
Okay.
And do an attack roll. Alright, we get ourselves a 19.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah, 19 will hit.
Okay. So we get 10.
Okay.
13. 15 damage.
Alrighty, 15 damage total. Lovely. So your first strike comes forward, and as it is imbued with the spiritual essence that you have bound yourself to, you see where it impacts, causing a bit more of a mental toll, but the figure grits his teeth. He's still standing.
Alright. Leave from the walls!
Well, you get a second attack.
Yep. 20.
20 will hit.
For 13 plus 4. 17 damage.
With 17 damage, your second attack into the figure up on the wall brings him down. And that will leave one figure on the wall closer to you, Hugh, as you had rushed to get the one closer to Rue dealt with. And then the two that are each in the watchtowers. Well, somewhat watchtowers.
Okay. I hold my shield, the shield of Isbin, towards the other one, shield Rue, and swing my S-stock threateningly. You should run.
The figures on the wall. I don't think we will. And the soldiers begin their rush. We've got the one who is going to release a crossbow bolt down towards Victoria. That is a natural 20 to hit.
They always lead with that. All right.
Silvery barbs.
Oh, we got a silvery barbs? Okay.
I was trying to unmute myself.
Oh, damn.
Alright, so
Um,
with the shifting fate in that moment, brings the 24 down to a 13, which I don't believe
Oh,
will
that
hit.
misses. Oh my god.
And who do we want to give that advantage to?
I will give that to Victoria.
Alright.
Oh, that's. Ugh. Right.
Advantage on the next d20 roll. We have the soldier on the wall coming after Hugh with his longsword. And a 6 misses. And so too will a natural 1. So that one's right in front of you. And then we've got our from the southwestern watchtower, joining the figure overlooking the southern gate, where Hugh and, or not Hugh, where Vash and Victoria are. This figure's partner brings forth a handful of javelins and will throw one down towards each of you. 14, I believe, will miss Vass.
Yes.
And a 9 definitely misses Victoria, so both of you are fine. And then our figures on the northwest are just gonna hold out for now. As Vash, we do come to your turn.
Okay. Well. He is going to send a dissonant whispers at the guard he was attempting to deceive / intimidate.
Okay.
That will be a wisdom DC 14 save.
That is a 15 on the save.
So he will take half damage, but he does not need to run away from me.
Oh, that hurts!
It hurts. It cuts deep. Good lord.
Oh,
His dice are killing me. Okay, that was my action. Bonus action.
Yeah, I forgot to use a bonus action.
What am I gonna do with my bonus action? No one took any damage yet. Say that again.
no one has taken damage yet.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do anything with my bonus action this time.
Alright, no worries. So you hold on to your bonus action, and as the words, you see the discomfort come over the soldier's face, but he seems to push through most of it. Rue, it is your turn.
Oh man. So there's one by Hugh. We're up on the western battlement.
So you are on the wall between the two western
Towers.
watchtowers, yeah.
So on to the east of us, there's obviously like buildings or rooms, right, that have their roofs chopped off. Are those like roofs something that I could run out and across closer to the courtyard?
Yeah, so you can either run across the roofs of the areas next to you. You do see that there is a stairwell that you can run down as well.
And you said I saw 8 guards in the keep.
They're down in the courtyard, that area full of dirt on the map. It's got about 8 guards in there, one of which is the Draconian, the chunky boy.
I really want to make a break for it, but not past 8 guards.
I mean, how many people can you vortex warp? Can you get them on the other side of the gates?
I could vortex warp at most 2
Oof.
with the twin spell. Kind of want to do something really dumb.
Do it. If it goes well, I'll give you inspiration.
Well, it's my ultimate tactic. Rue's gonna cast invisibility on himself again,
Okay.
which I believe that's an action, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then he's gonna use his movement and try and get down those stairs and start heading toward the south gate to try and get to that gate mechanism.
Okay. I just need to check to see something here. Alright, good to know. I love this. So, Rue, you disappear right in front of Hugh's eyes and walk down the stairs. I would say that at this moment you would not be able to get all the way down the stairs with 25 feet of movement, but you're on your way.
I'm making my way.
And with that, we've got back up at the top, Victoria.
Okay. She's gonna curse. It's gonna be loud enough that Bass can hear, but she's not yelling or anything. The damn fool started attacking before the gate was open. I have to leave you. I'm gonna get to the top of the wall and signal them to start, and then I gotta get that door open for you.
Okay, Vass is just shaken and deflated. He just kind of.
Yep. Grab cover, or if you can do something about that javelin guy, and then she's just gonna run straight up the side of the wall. It's kind of creepy looking.
Especially since it's not covered by invisibility this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Um.
yeah, Victoria, straight up the wall. You have the figure with the crossbow right there, the javelin not too far to
Yeah.
the side.
I'm gonna have to not. I mean, for an action, I have to use Channel Divinity so a bright light will. And she'll draw her sword, and a bright light will shoot from it, like emanate from it. And that's an action. So she's at the top of the wall with a big shiny sword.
All right, Hugh.
Oh, you know what? As a bonus action, I do have a bonus action, which will be shooting some where the heck, some temp HP fast, which will be what is it? Roll. What the hell does it want to roll? Let's just give me the information. All right. So it'll be this guy plus 6. So 12.
Maybe 12 temp HP?
Yep.
Thank you.
We also have a +1 to all attacks for the remaining of the session.
Ooh.
Channel points.
There's no this way.
Yeah, well, you guys don't get Titway. You get a +1 attack.
Toadthway.
Did you just say Toadway?
Toadthway.
That's what I thought. Oh my
It's like a
God.
unicorn toad.
It's what you find Rue doing, like with taxidermy, just little
Ooh.
unicorns.
Hell yeah.
Hugh, we come to your turn.
Okay, well I got one other guy right near me, so I'm gonna transfer Hunter's Mark to him
Heck
and go
yeah.
full ham.
Go for it.
Ooh, just 12.
Unfortunately, the 12 is blocked by the shield.
How does a 14 do?
A 14 also gets caught against his shield. So, as the soldier catches, he's going to use that momentum and try and swing it back towards you as he brings his sword. And the first attack misses with a 12. And the second attack misses with a 12. And as we have that, we've got the two on the southwestern watchtower wall that are right near Victoria with the glowing sword. The one with the crossbow is going to turn to his companion. You take care of her! And he aims now down at Vass.
Oh, didn't he, doesn't he need to reload?
He can reload as part of the attack action.
Not with a crossbow.
Yeah, with the crossbow you can reload as part of the attack, but you can only do it once because of the loading property. So that is a 19 to hit Bass. That will be 4 points of piercing damage and 1 point of fire.
Oh, more fire damage.
If I'm resistant to fire, do I still take that 1 point?
I would say you still take the minimum of 1.
Darn. Okay.
We then have the figure with the javelin, who is going to just hold on to it and try and make a stab towards Victoria.
Ooh. Is this the chunky dragon
No.
guy? Oh, it's just a normal guy?
Just a normal guy.
He's not even chunky.
An 8 to hit
Oh, good. See, that's what you get for being skinny.
and a 21 to hit
Yeah, no, that hits.
for 7 piercing damage and
Is it,
3 fire.
is it considered a magical weapon?
It would be considered magical, yes. I think if it does fire damage, it's considered magical. And with that, we've got Bass. It is your turn.
Find my unmute button. Okay. Well, I am going to. So there's 2 people at the top of the gates. One's engaged with Victoria, and the other one is the crossbow Wangrod that keeps shooting at me, right?
Well, I mean, he probably didn't want to drop his crossbow to engage with Victoria, but yes, he did shoot at you.
Oh, so that guy is now fighting Victoria. Is there a second person?
So there were 2 guys. So you had the one with the crossbow who originally shot at Victoria and then shot at you. Then you've got the guy that had the javelins that came from the watchtower, and he's the one that's engaged with Victoria.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt another Dissonant Whispers at crossbow guy.
Okay.
It's a 14.
He got a 2 this time.
Whew! Jeez, I actually get to accomplish a little bit of something.
Alright, so as he takes the damage, you do see his reaction as he begins to run, going towards the watchtower.
Alright, and how far am I from the actual...
Does he run past me?
He would be running past you if you would like to take an attack of opportunity.
Well, hey, I mean, if the opportunity presents itself. Okay, there's a +3 to this roll.
Do you
Oof.
use your advantage yet?
You
Do I use my
Really?
whip?
You have the
Oh.
advantage as well.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. It's got to be a better roll. Oh, yeah, so 25.
Yeah. Then does that include the +1 from chat?
26,
All right. So that'll hit.
right?
Mhm.
Okay.
He's down.
Oh, it didn't. Sorry, I didn't roll. Well, I guess I don't need to roll the fire damage then.
Yeah. He's
Why
down
did
with a
I
little
include
extra
that?
crispy. Anything else from Victoria's reaction? I don't believe so.
This will be. That's all you
Anything
get.
else on Vastu's turn?
How far am I from the actual gate itself?
Maybe like 5 feet.
Oh, okay. I thought it was further back than that.
I mean, if you want to be further back.
No, I was gonna use my bonus action to dash until I was right next to it, so that A, it might be harder for people to shoot down at me, and B, I would be right next to the gate when it hopefully opens.
So,
But that'll be it for me then.
okay. So you are right there as Rue. You're invisible.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
And I'm somewhere on that staircase on the west side.
I would say that you are on the second stair from the top.
Alright, well, I'm going to use some of my movement to get down to the bottom of the stair and peek around the corner to the east to make sure there's nobody there.
There is no one in that small corridor.
In that, like, alleyway or
Yeah.
whatever. I guess it's 10 feet wide. It's huge for a gnome.
Right, but as you are moving past that area, can you give me a perception check?
Yeah. 18.
Okay, an 18. So, as you move beyond the area, you hear something large moving inside.
Inside the building to my east.
Right next to you in that alleyway, so your right-hand side.
Something large. Do I recognize this sound from Chateau d'Hiver or whatever?
Hard to say through the stone, but you could check through the doors if you can find them.
Yeah, I don't see any doors down this wall.
Not on this wall.
But I can see out into the courtyard some now.
You can.
Well, I think then I would probably use, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My movement would probably take me right to the edge of the wall of the northern building, huh? Something like that.
If you use your full movement, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can be at the corner with one space to move. Whether that moves towards the doors of that room, whether that moves one out into the courtyard in either straight to east or to the north, your choice.
I want to hug the wall to my south and get close because I know from the map, and I would assume that Hugh outlined where these gate mechanisms were in his debrief of this courtyard.
Where you turn, you'd be able to like look at it right away, but you also have the doors of the building now on your right as side, your right side.
I don't think I get that far, do I? I only have 25 feet.
Yeah,
Right.
so you were already on the top stairs,
Bottom.
so I would count that you're already in that.
1,
So
2, 3, 4, 5.
4 gets you at the corner, and then 5 gets you right next to the doors
Of the southern building.
of the southern building. Yeah.
Oh. And there's no guards here that I can see between me and the gate mechanism.
None between you and the gate mechanism, but you do have the door where you're to the building next to you if you want to take a peek into what you heard before.
Sure.
So, as you peer through, you see that this is filled with stalls and supplies for horses. You're looking at a stable, and it stinks of large animals and blood. From the area that you peer through, you're able to spot that the ground is covered with scattered skeletons of two horses, and looming over them is something large, red, and reptilian that picks through the bones. Very similar to a belt that you have.
Sweet. Time to make me some boots. Guess that's probably most of my turn at this point.
That was action and movement. You still have a bonus action available to you.
If I use my convert sorcery points bonus action, does that count as casting spells for the purpose of breaking invisibility?
I wouldn't say it does. You're not casting a spell, you're just...
Using my innate abilities?
You are, allocating your magical reserves.
Let's use... Let's see, how many do I have? Oh, I think a level 2 spell slot is 3 sorcery points. Yeah, let's regain a level 2 spell slot and spend 3 sorcery points to do it.
Okay. As you regain this ability of your magical essence, back to the top of the round, Victoria. You've got a soldier right in front of you.
Yeah. Okay, so for my bonus action, I'm going to bolstering rally myself for some temp hit points, because probably going to need them. That's what is this? 1d8 plus 6. Sorry. So 12 temp HP for me, which is great. And then I'm gonna run down the wall on the other side, because I'm right above the gate, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll have to take the attack of opportunity.
Alright. He will take that.
I'm assuming he's gonna take one, yeah.
Yeah. With a 6. That's gonna be a miss.
Oh, sweet. Sucker. And then I'll use my action to open the gate.
So as you try to open the gate, you realize that it is locked. And as you look, you realize that it requires a key to open and utilize.
Shit just got real. Okay, so assuming that I can still yell, I'm gonna yell for anyone who can hear me, at the very least fast. We need a key. We're so fucked. Pardon my French. Oh, there it is.
It's 1 out of 2.
I'm allowed 1. Oh, I'm allowed 2. All right.
So, as you give that call out to your companions, so that is movement, that is action. Do you have anything with your bonus action that you do?
I did it for my bolstering rally.
That's right. You started it off. So with that, Victoria, your turn comes to an end, and Hugh, we come to your turn.
Alright, well, I'd hate to leave my hunter's mark unfilled, so yeah, bear down on this guy. Sorry, everyone else, I need to take care of this. Take out the trash before I can support you. So I got 14.
Okay.
It's 15, right?
Uh,
that's the damage. Never mind.
Sorry, I got 19 to hit, and I figured that was a hit based on last resistant.
yes.
14 for damage, plus 4,
He's still standing, but he's looking real rough.
plus another 4, so a total of 22.
He goes down.
Nice.
All right. Anything else?
Okay. So Rue went to the stables.
So you see, you don't see Rue, because Rue went invisible, but you do see where Victoria is down next to the gate controls and has called out that they need a key.
Okay, they need a key for that.
Yes, a key is needed for the gate controls.
Okay. I was thinking of going down to support her, but if we can't make use of that right now, then is there anyone else on the walls I can reach?
Yeah, there's the figure that Victoria left on the western tower, or there are the two figures at the northwestern tower that have been sort of keeping a defensive hold of their area, perhaps waiting for people to approach.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go help Victoria by taking that other one out. So, because there's less what those two ones turtling can do for the moment. So I'm gonna reapply Hunter's Mark and charge over.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 24 hits.
24 to hit. I can use Dreadful Strikes again because it's a different target.
This is correct.
So, 11. $16 total.
16 total. This figure, as your blade cuts through in the momentum, it takes a heavy hit, but he's still standing. And
I'm taking your walls, brother. You might want to reconsider your position on fleeing.
you want the wolves? You can have them. And can I get a athletics or an acrobatics from you? As this guy is going
Okay.
to go for a shove.
Well, acrobatics is my stronger one, so let's try that. Oh no.
Oh no.
Do I have inspiration? Because I feel like, yes I do. I've been saving it.
Alright.
Okay. 15.
15. It's better than the natural one.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, a 15 does not beat out the 19 as the figure shoves you. And you are being pushed off the... You'd be being pushed into the courtyard. So you don't hit fully 30 feet down. Well, only 20 from where you're actually at. But you do fall 10 feet onto the roof of the stables and roll. And will take... that's gonna be... a... 8 points of fall damage as you hit the stable and then roll off the side and hit the ground.
Face me blade the blade, eh?
So, our other soldiers, since we've got about 7 of them in the courtyard, are going to make a run now for Hugh and Victoria. Most of them going towards Victoria. You have 5 of them coming towards you, but only 3 of them will be able to hit.
Yes, well.
Or at least 3 of them will be in an area where they might be able to hit. A 10 will miss, a 13 will miss, and a gentleman's 20.
Yeah.
That'll be 9 points of slashing damage and 2 points of fire as the one blade reaches through and cuts down against your back. And then for Hugh, you've got 2 of them coming over to you, and we'll make 2 jabs of their longsword.
Okay.
That is a 19 on the first attack.
Okay, let's catch that with my Espen shield.
And then the second attack misses with a 15. So you
Alright.
are fine. As Vash, we come to your turn.
So, are the gates by any chance like a metal grid pattern that I can see through?
They are not. They are a sturdy wooden area, but you might be able to find an area to look through.
Well, first, if he glances over his shoulder, can I see any indication that maybe Mayor Raven and the others are maybe en route?
It's a mile distance of not straight, even ground, but you would have faith in Raven. She's been dependable in the past, so.
Well, I thought for some reason they were closer than that. So they were still in a position where they could see the sword?
Yeah, because she had binoculars. And
Oh, I missed that. So I thought they were closer. Can I see the guy that ran away from me last time, or is he out of my view now?
You saw as he ran past Victoria and dropped down, and you have yet to see him get back up.
Okay, can I see anybody else on the top?
Yes, the one that had the javelins that was fighting you took a hit from Hugh and then shoved him off the side, but is still standing there, but his back is now turned away from you.
Okay, well, I will send a Dissonant Whispers at that figure.
Okay.
Wisdom 14.
He fails with a 12.
Oh, fantastic.
And so with 11 points of the psychic damage, you see the moment where a shiver up his spine, and he's going to run, but before he does so, he falls down. And you see where the body hits the top of the stables and then slides down and lands right next to you.
Okay. Can I tell if any of my compatriots are within range for them to hear me?
Yeah, you heard Victoria not terribly far from you, just kind of on the other side of the wall.
Okay. I will grant... Oh, I guess, is that within 60 feet?
Yes, easily.
Okay. I will grant Victoria Bardic Inspiration.
Ooh.
Which is a d6.
Alright, so Victoria, you have a bardic inspiration.
Heck yeah.
Rue, where you stand next to the stables, you're able to catch a glimpse of where the beast sort of lifts its head and starts to scent the air.
Yeah.
And a figure comes up. Humanoid, wearing the armor of Pakisix. What is it, girl? Found something else to chew on? I'll get you in. And he starts loading up a saddle to get this beast ready to ride. Rue, it is your turn.
Oh man, that's about to get interesting. Can I see Hugh, or is he down that little alleyway?
He's down the little alleyway, but you would have heard the impact.
And Victoria's kind of to my south with a bunch of guards.
Victoria is like right there. You see the guards. You saw two others go down that area. None seem to pay attention to you.
I want to use my 25. Where's the Draconian?
In the courtyard, looking at down the alleyway. So it's almost as if he's looking at you, but you know that he can't see you.
Man. Decisions. I feel like I'm in between a rock and a hard place.
I would say that from where you are and from where the Draconian is about 30 or so feet.
Like to my east?
To your northwest. He's in the center, closer towards the north east tower.
Okay. I think I'm all turned around.
Yeah.
Oh, I know where I am. I'm by the stable.
Yeah.
Southwest edge.
You're at southwest
south.
edge, and he is going northeast.
Northeast. Got it. Oh, man. Let's see if we can help out Victoria. Assuming, could I get all of those attackers that are on her within a 30-foot cube for hypnotic pattern?
I'd say so, yeah.
I mean, that's 6 squares by 6 squares, right?
Yeah.
Monster. Alright. Let's do it. Rue's gonna drop invisibility and cast hypnotic pattern on everyone who's attacking Victoria.
Okay.
So a flash of light appears in the cube in front of Victoria.
Wisdom saves, yep.
Yeah. DC 14.
We've got an 11. We've got an 8. We've got a 6. A 9. And another 6. All 5 of the Dragon Army soldiers are held by your hypnotic pattern.
That's what I'm talking about.
But, Rue, you also now feel the eyes of the
Oh, no.
Dragon on you.
Uh-huh.
Anything else?
Let's see, that was an action.
It's an action.
And that was a leveled spell. I wanna take steps to the south, so I'm beside Victoria, like pressed up against the south wall by the gate, and say I can hold them as long as I can keep my mind on holding them. So you have to protect me, Victoria. And I'm gonna end my turn there in that little corner.
Okay. Our Draconian goes next after Rue. And he comes straight for where Rue is. Knowing that you have moved, he can't quite get to you. He does not have anything for a ranged attack. So he just pushes forward, and as he ends up right in front of Victoria, eyeing Rue, just to Victoria. Give me the snack and I'll let you keep your hands.
That's cute.
Victoria, it's your turn.
Okay. She's gonna look at him and grin and say, I'm sorry to say I'm a little jealous about my snacks. And I'm gonna grab Rue and run up the friggin' wall.
He's gonna take the attack of opportunity.
I will not contest
Oh,
that
no!
grapple.
Oh,
That
no.
is a natural one!
Yes, excellent.
You guys
That's what I need.
run up, and as you do so, anything else on your turn, Victoria?
I'm assuming that grabbing him up was the action.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's just gonna say we need to get Vass. I have rope. We need to get Vass to that lock. And then I guess if I can just drop Rue when I'm at the top.
Yeah, easily done. Dropping things is a free action.
Sweet.
Letting your friends down is a free action.
Oh, Cable, you always let me down.
Sorry, I saw the opportunity. And we will. Oh,
Sorry, I'm going to use my last bolstering rally on myself.
okay, sounds good. and we will pick up with Hugh's turn after our ad break. So stick around with us, hang out, chat, and let the ads run. Feel free to turn down the volume, but please don't mute them, and don't leave us. We won't get credit. Ads are a huge part of the way that we keep our games affordable. You could also support us by heading to our Ko-fi, link on screen, and donating there. As we all know, AGM needs our caffeine. Your donations not only help support us, but also help unlock awesome perks for everyone in the community, anyone who plays with us for the next week. This includes double treasure, special companions, double XP, even new quests. We love you all, and we'll be right back. Alright, as we come back in, Hugh, it is your turn. You are currently laying on the ground from where you had fallen, but you do have two figures nearby you that are seemingly trying to harass you. Unable to land a strike, however.
Okay. I call out to the rest of the group that I'll distract the big one, and I make a charge at the Draconian.
Okay, so you provoke the attack of opportunity from these two officers.
Oh, I didn't realize it was melee range with them.
Yeah, no, you had two that came in with their longswords.
Oh, okay. In that case, I should take care of them.
Okay.
All right, then I'll apply Hunter's Mark to the closest one
Easily done.
and get down to business. And I crit.
Yes, that will hit.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Well, it'll be 8, 9, and then the 6 for 14 on your rapier damage.
Okay, 14 plus 3.
And then another 4, so 7. That's 21. And then 10. That's 31. He's dead.
Nice. Okay, I can't apply Hunter's Mark because it's a bonus action. I already did it, so but
Right.
I will.
But you
So
get your
on the other
dreadful
one,
strikes.
I'm like, I told you should have run. Oh, sorry. That one's a miss though.
Unfortunately that, oh, no, that was damage, if you want to roll your attack.
Okay, 19.
19 will hit. So that's the 10 base damage if you want to roll your dreadful strike.
So 14 damage.
14 total. That is a heavy hit as the Eshtok gets well, wet with the blood of your first enemy and then transferring it to the second.
You don't understand. I'm scarier than Dragon Nan.
I love it. And with that, it is our soldiers go. And we've got the one right in front of Hugh. Is going to try and grit through the pain and swipe down at you with his longsword. And he gets a natural 20.
Actual, what's the? Oh yeah, I'll hit anyway.
Yep. So that'll be 13 points of slashing damage and 5 points fire.
Ooh, I get to use a reaction.
Go for it.
I cast Absorb Elements. Cut that in half.
Okay, so that drops the 5 down to 2. And it
Nice.
adds bonus for your next attack.
Yeah.
And the second strike that he tries to go forward misses, scraping against the wall behind you. And Vash, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Did Victoria say out loud that she, like, we need to get Vass to the lock?
I would
Yes.
say that, yeah, that was out loud and you would have been able to hear it.
Okay, could I hold my turn until there appears to be a way for me to get up onto the wall?
Yeah, totally.
We'll do that.
As you hold, Rue, when it comes to your turn.
What's my turn? I would like to announce that there's some sort of reptilian dragon-like creature inside those stables. And then we are up on this southern wall, huh?
Right, so the little outcropping right above the gate controls. Right next to the gate.
Victoria, I don't know what you did, but that was darn handy. Can I see Vass outside?
You can.
Would Vass like to come inside?
Vass would love to come inside. You can just hear him swearing constantly in Infernal. I guess you wouldn't know if it was swearing, but you could probably tell by the tone.
Well,
The tone
Victoria,
is pretty universal.
Victoria said we need to get Vass to the lock mechanism, right?
Yes.
Then Rue's gonna cast Vortex Warp and warp Vass from the outside to the gate mechanism on the inside.
I'm assuming, Vass, you are a willing recipient of this spell.
I am.
Oh, no.
So, without any issue, you are right there in front of the lock mechanism, which has two things immediately in your mind. There are a lot of enemies, most of them frozen, but there is a draconian chunky boy right there as well. But you also have the lock.
No, I
right in
thought
front of
you said he was just a. Oh no, that was the guy on the roof. Okay,
This
sorry.
guy on the roof.
Yeah,
The draconian wanted his snack.
yeah. I thought it was just for the Dragonlance.
So, Vass, you held your turn.
Is Rue finished?
Give me 1 second. I think I do not have any bonus actions that I can use other than sorcery points. Just in case I need it, I'm gonna convert a level 1 spell into a sorcery point because I've used all my sorcery points.
Okay, sounds good. So, keeping that sorcery point on hand, Vass, your turn was held. We'd like to use a reaction here.
Yeah, Vass would like to take out his thieves' tools and try and pick this lock.
Okay, go ahead, give me a, this will be 1d20 plus your dexterity and proficiency for thieves' tools. And any other bonuses you might get.
Look at it, and it pops open.
Nat 20, eh?
Maybe it is the fact that you work well under pressure. Maybe it is the fact that you've been waiting on the outside, unbothered for the most part, until this moment. But no matter what it is, you are able to unlock the gate with ease and begin to start utilizing the witch controls. It'll take time to open, maybe about a minute, but
Oh,
they are unlocked and able to be moved freely. So,
Way to go, Vass.
hell yeah, Vass. But now it is our Draconian's turn, and Vass, you are right there. And he is going to take his short sword and try and stab you. That is a 16.
That will hit because I am wearing the scale mail armor and not my nice
Half.
user armor.
Right. That is 2 points of piercing damage. And he'll go for it again. But a 7 misses.
Sure does.
It
And
was a bit anticlimactic.
Victoria, we come to your turn, and Vash, you watch just sort of port over and fastest hands you've ever seen unlock the cinch.
Oh, um, well, okay. I guess I'm
might wanna
going.
signal to Raven.
I guess I'm going. Oh, I signaled to Raven at the start of the fight.
Okay.
I guess I'm going back down the friggin' wall,
Okay, easily done.
and then you know what? I'm just gonna go at this draconian. Yeah, what the hell? I'm gonna unleash some frustration on this guy.
Okay.
So let's. What? Are you new? What the hell's going on here? Why isn't it rolling? I'm getting so mad with
There
this
it
app.
goes.
There we are. Oh, I guess the first one. Oh, it's got a +4, so 16.
16.
17.
No, it.
No, I added the one.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's +3 from the channel divinity and then a +1 from the chat. So 16 will hit.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Friggin' hell. This thing's making me so mad. Where are we here? So that's that +3, so 9. Oh, I should have rolled the fire damage as well. Okay. +4 fire, and the second attack is 23.
A 23 will hit.
Okay, so that's an accumulated. Pardon me. Oh, 11 plus my 3 strength bonus. I don't know. I don't think I added that to the last one. Maybe I did. I don't know.
You did. But I need from both Victoria and from Vass
No,
a
you don't.
Constitution saving throw.
I don't think you do.
Yeah, I do though.
Oh, shit, that's like 3 for me this game
Hell
already.
yeah! Oh no, Vash!
Oh no.
So as
No.
the Draconian begins to turn now to stone, a release of this poisonous and petrifying gas comes out, and Vass, you do fall victim to it as you feel your joints begin to stiffen as your stone as your
Oh
skin
my God.
becomes dry and stone-like. You are restrained, and I will need another saving throw at the end of your next turn. But there is no more Draconian here.
Mhm.
There are 5 figures
Awesome.
that are entirely incapacitated still.
Okay.
And it is Hugh, I believe now, unless you've got a bonus action, Victoria.
No.
All right, Hugh, it is your turn. You've got 1 figure still standing in front of you.
Okay. And roll in for attack. Combat here. Okay, 12.
12 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm sorry. I already 100 marked this guy. Okay. 21.
21 will hit.
Alright. Combattre le feu par la feu. First, the Wriggler. Now, the special fire damage,
Heck yeah.
psychic damage,
Beautiful.
and Hunter's Mark.
With
So-
this overwhelming amount of damage packed into your second strike, you watch as this figure does fall down, and that was... And then that brings us down here, right? Yeah, so he falls, and as he does so, Sirenscape did as well. We'll try and get her back up here, not that we have much long afterwards. Anything else from Hugh on your turn?
Okay, so there are there still hypnotically patterned guys?
Yes, there are 5 guys with the hypnotic pattern, still feeling the southern portion of the courtyard.
Okay, I'm gonna get to the closest one of them to prepare to start willing on them while they're defenseless.
Heck yeah. So as you move in, it will be our soldiers go, and we have the two that are up at the top that have been hunkering down. As they move now towards the edge, releasing a javelin, one from each of them. One will go towards Hugh, one will go towards Victoria. A 16, I don't believe, will hit Hugh. And a 19 to hit Victoria.
That hits.
That'll be 7 points piercing and 4 points fire.
Right.
And that's it for our soldiers. Vash, what would you like to do?
Well, I think I have to keep trying to open the gate.
Okay. So you put your efforts into cranking open the gate.
Yes.
Okay. Easily done.
And I will use a. Who all is within earshot?
You have everyone within earshot of your main party.
I will give a bardic inspiration to you.
Nice.
You get a bardic inspiration.
And now I need to make my constitution save.
Now you need to make con
Oh
save.
no. Fingers crossed.
Guys, I think that.
18 is successful. You break free before any paralysis sets in. And with that, anything else from Vass?
Nope.
All right. Rue, it is your turn. You do see the two other soldiers that were on the top in the northwest. What would you like to do?
Those are the ones that threw javelins at Hugh?
Hugh and
Victoria?
Victoria. Yeah, those were the ones that were throwing javelins. They weren't being very friendly.
Wow. And they're on the northwest tower or
They've
somewhere
moved
else?
down to the wall now, so there is a visual. Because I don't believe there's crenellations on the inside.
Right. And then there's nobody on the south wall with me or in the southwest tower, correct?
Correct.
What about east?
You don't see anyone in the southeast tower currently. There may have been someone there before.
And we've just got all our buddies with hypnotic patterns. So as there's the ones that are active are the ones that are throwing the javelins. Do they happen to be within 5 feet of one another?
They are within 5 feet of one another.
Then I think that I would like them to make a DC 14 dexterity save, please.
Okay. We've got a 5, and I'm doing this for both of them.
Yes, I'm going to use Sacred Flame and call down the light of the moon.
And an 11.
So they're both going to fail. Do you want me to do separate damage rolls for both of them?
Please.
Okey-dokey. First one takes an 11. Nice.
Ouch.
And the other one takes a 5.
Okay. So, they're a little hurt. They're a little bruised up as your turn comes down, Rue, and the holy light of Lunatari seems to flick and burn around them. Anything else from you, Rhubarb?
This might be totally rude, but there's no one outside the gate, correct?
Not at this current time.
Um, I am going to jump off the wall and cast Featherfall on myself and get myself outside the gate and wait for them to open the gates.
Okay. So, As you do that, Victoria, it's your turn. There are two
Dirty
guys
gnome.
that are
Dirty.
throwing javelins.
Okay, is it like, because I can't remember, how long does it take to equip a shield?
One action.
Okay, so that's what she's going to do. She's going to pull her shield off her back and get comfortable with that.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
All right. Hugh, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so how does it work on hypnotically patterned people for attacking them?
So they are incapacitated. But I don't believe it means that they are stunned or anything. So I don't believe it gives advantage.
Right, I was looking at just they can't take actions or reactions, and their movement speed has been reduced to 0. So
They're just
they're charmed.
they're zombies, essentially.
Okay. Uh,
So
so it's
best
not
just
like I get an advantage on the attack roll then.
No, they just can't fight back until after you damage them.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can take them down one by one.
Okay.
So I got 15.
A 15 would yeah, a 15 would hit this guy.
Okay, so let's do our damage. So that brings us to 19 damage.
19. He's looking real bad as he shakes out of it.
Okay, let's go for the finishing blow. 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
And add 14 damage to that.
He's down.
All right.
All right. Our two soldiers are going to move in closer, having seen Victoria putting on a shield and release 2 more javelins before they will have to get involved with their swords. 20 to hit Victoria.
Yeah, that hits.
5 piercing and 1 fire.
Okay.
And then a natural 1 will miss Hugh. And as they are now sort of closing distance, they'd be... you know what? They'll jump down on the roof to one of the buildings nearby them and be ready to just jump down into the courtyard on their next turn. Vass, what would you like to do?
So I didn't actually ask this last time, but I'm assuming continuing to open the gate is an action.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think I'll just continue trying to open the gate.
All right. So, moving the winch, keeping that going, you crank and crank, and the walls of the gate continue to open enough that a gnome could slip through if they wanted to. And as this happens, Rue, do you do anything on your turn?
Oh, well, I'm gonna give Rue a Bardic as well
Rue gets a Bardic.
with my bonus action.
Hell yeah.
I assume I'm just outside the door.
Yeah, you would have visual into the courtyard somewhat. It's limited.
Can I see any non-hypnotized
Yes,
guards
you can. The
within?
same, those two, because they're on now the roof of one of the buildings to their side.
If they're still 5 feet apart, I'd like to sacred flame both of them again.
They are still 5 feet apart.
Well,
Seems
then
they
let's
did
do
not learn their lesson.
Let's have Lunatari teach them a lesson. DC 14 dexterity saves.
Oh, it bounced off the nat 20. That is a 9
No,
and a 5.
poor guys. not the greatest damage roll. 5, which was a mirror image of the last one. 5 and 13. I think that's almost exact mirror image of the last two.
Alright, and those two figures drop down as well.
Ooh.
And as they do, you all hear a crash as the doors to the stables burst open. And riding out on one of the red Dragonelles, you see an officer, a lance in hand. And as the Dragonelle lets out a roar and perches on the walls of the keep, looking down into the courtyard where most of the figures of your party are. This is where our session ends this week. So,
Burn.
we will pick up there in the middle of you guys reclaiming the keep, Raven on the way, and a battle with a Dragonelle ahead
I
of
think
you.
they got lost.
They're on the way. I've been keeping
And
track.
like 5 rounds or something like that.
It's half a minute, guys. So we will see you all we'll see you guys in the next stream. But until then, head over to wildwitch.com. That's our website where you can find out more about us, check out all the fun things we've got going on, join our Discord, hang out. And as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. And see you all laters.